Hey, hi, how are you? And hello, friends. Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Today, I have for you 10 different fragrances that you're going to want to spray and smell over and over again. Fragrances that women absolutely love, compliment pullers, attention grabbers. That's what we have here. Mainly designers, but with a few different niche fragrances sprinkled in, just scents that will really help you up your game this spring. So let's go ahead and jump into it and let's talk about these scents. As always, guys, you know the drill. These will be linked in the description below. And I would also like to remind you of those codes. New one from So Avant-Garde, that code is Ashton20. That would get you 20% off that website. So in case you're shopping for anything there, use that code. Of course, Max Aroma, Twisted Lily, the code is Gents10 for 10% off. And Lucky Scent until the end of June, that code, Gents2023. So a whole mess load of fragrances there from those websites that you can save by using a code. So there they are. Also will be in the description as well. All right, friends, let's kick it off. Let's just jump into it. Got one from Dolce Gabbana. It is Light Blue Forever. Just like Squints Palidorus from The Sandlot would say, forever. Forever. It's just every time I hear forever, for some reason, just from my childhood, that's gonna be in my mind until the end of time. So this is a citrus bomb. Right off the top, a ton of grapefruit. It has a tartness to it, kind of a bitterness, a little sourness to it, but extremely fresh and a bit sweet as well at the same time. So a very well-rounded, natural smelling citrus opening. Also have violet leaf in here. You have musk as it dries down, a clean white musk. I think that this is one of the best, if not the best, light blue flankers or light blue fragrances for men that has ever been made. Also, light blue Italian Love that came out the year after this is very nice as well, but very similar to Light Blue Forever. So for me, for this video, we're going with the first iteration Light Blue Forever. Light Blue Italian Love, like a little twist on this one. So if Light Blue Forever, for some reason, that opening is just a little too natural for you with the grapefruit, check out Italian Love. Maybe that one would work a little better for you. Both of those, though, fantastic for me. Got an Acqua di Gio up next. Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio Profondo Lights. Look, let's be honest here. This could be pretty much any Acqua di Gio, right? Profumo, would that fit here? Yes. Would Profondo? Yes. Would Absolute? Yes. Because Acqua di Gio, the DNA just works. People love it. Ladies love it. A huge compliment pulling line. That's why they keep pumping them out. Just nonstop. Acqua di Gios coming right down your throat. Green mandarin, cardamom, and the aquatic feel, of course, from the Acqua di Gio line. A great release. It gets overshadowed by Profondo, but Profondo Lights, this one may be even better suited for spring than Profondo. All right, let's go with something a little more divisive here. Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Le Parfum. Now, just gonna be straightforward with you here. If you're looking for the safest Bad Boy fragrance, that is not this one. The original Bad Boy, especially as an evening scent, that one is gonna be easier to pull off for more guys. But the Le Parfum will have you standing out more than the original Bad Boy. This one is very much its own thing. It has black pepper, leather, and cannabis as some of the notes in the fragrance. Though, to be fair here, that cannabis note, that's more marketing. I mean, you're not gonna spray this on and be like, oh, I smell like I just smoked a little something and everyone is gonna think I'm a complete stoner. Like that's not what's going on here. It's marketing. With some of these fragrances, they could give you 3 different note breakdowns that are completely different and they could convince you that that's what you're smelling, so. Yeah, cannabis is a note in here, but don't get too freaked out. Does it have a green smell to it? Yes, it does. Just not what you may be thinking of. All right, let's go back to something safer. Layla Beau Bergamot 22. This is essentially a very high-end, luxurious, refreshing citrus scent. So it's really something that basically anybody can pull off. I mean, a citrus scent that's done well with good ingredients, just about everybody is gonna dig that. I mean, it's one of those universal things, right? The smell of citrus smells good. It's not the same as Light Blue Forever. Light Blue Forever, as I said before, it's got more of a rindiness to it. You know, it's got a little more tartness. This one is just fresh, clean, a little bit sweet. I mean, it is pricey, being a Layla Beau, But if you're wanting to get one of the nicer citrus forward fragrances out there, get this. Everybody's gonna dig it. All right, back to the designer realm. A fragrance that starts off very fresh and sweet and then dries down to more warm and sexy and still sweet. Valentino Uomo, born in Roma, Yellow Dream. Time for the prerequisite joke about the name. Haha, Yellow Dream. And it's not funny anymore, is it? No. So this has pineapple and ginger in the opening. So it gives you a pretty different take on that fresh, fruity, sweet, zingy kind of open that so many designer fragrances have. And it's got that appeal to it in the opening where it's gonna draw attention. And it's that type of opening that a lot of people just love and will spray and spray and spray to relive it over and over again. It also has gingerbread in there, which is another note that you don't see used all that often, but it doesn't come across all that strongly. Like, it's not gonna smell like a gingerbread house or anything like that. It's just a little slight tweak to a more common DNA, because this does end up smelling a bit similar to stuff like the Stronger With You line. It's got a little bit of that influence to it. I was not very impressed by this when it first came out because of that similarity to the Stronger With You line. I was just like, Valentino, what are you doing? Born in Roma, you're copying Invictus. This one, you're copying Stronger With You. But once you get past that, and you allow it to be its own thing, and you stop trying to just immediately compare it to something else, and you let the differences come out here, it's actually really good. Especially if you're just looking for compliments, you're looking for that mass appeal. I mean, that's what Valentino is doing right now with that line. Back to the niche side of things with Orion from Tiziana Terenzi. And you'll notice with the last fragrance, even though it has pineapple, didn't bring up Creed's Aventus, because Valentino Uomo, born in Roma, Yellow Dream, smells nothing like Creed's Aventus. Great, there's too many Creed Aventus-like fragrances out there. So Orion, this one has pineapple. It's probably not like Aventus either, right? Maybe it's its own thing, right? No, actually, Orion, it does smell like Creed Aventus. But I'll tell you what, it does smell very, very good in its own right. It is one of those fragrances that is a twist on Creed Aventus. It's maybe inspired by Creed Aventus, or maybe more accurately inspired by the amount of money Creed Aventus makes. Yeah, I think that's probably more accurate. But still, a really good fragrance, and it is extrait de parfum concentration. The quality is nice. The cap is, well, some people might say tacky, some people might say very cool. I lean more toward the cool side. It's very heavy though. But like Creed's Aventus, Orion is going to give you that versatility. It's going to give you that attention-grabbing feel, that attention-grabbing nature. It has a nice freshness to it, but then this grounded earthiness to it as well. Orion is just one of those fragrances that will have you stand out in a crowd of Sauvages. No offense to Sauvage. All right, so with a lot of these fragrances, yes, you want to spray them and smell them again and smell them again, but some of them have got a pretty good punch. Like some of these, you won't want to spray too much because it will be considered chemical warfare. This one, you could spray on and smell it, and spray it on and smell it, because this one is a little bit of a softer fragrance. But don't let that dissuade you from checking it out. It is from Bulgari. Otevea. Oh. Yeah, it's rough, huh? Don't worry, it's painful for me too. This one, extremely fresh and clean, and obviously green. It's a soapy kind of fresh, clean fragrance with a nice tea aspect to it. It's unisex, so women could pull this off just as easily as men, but it just smells so good. In the spring and the summer, it's classic. As I said, very fresh, very refreshing, invigorating. The type of fragrance you can wear anywhere, anytime. You just can't go wrong with a soapy, clean, relaxing, chilled out fragrance when it starts to heat up outside, especially in the spring. So this one, absolutely worth checking out, even though it is a fragrance that, as I said, women can pull off just as easily as the guys. Back to niche we go with this one, Creed Millésime Imperial. Everybody's talking right now about Milestone, Club de Nuit Milestone from Armani, which is of course much cheaper than Millesime Imperial, so you got to give it props for that. But a bunch of you out there, you know, you've been telling me Milestone is one of my most complimented fragrances, and that's awesome. I'm happy for you. And don't get it twisted, Milestone is a great clone of Millesime Imperial. If you don't want this, that is probably the first place that I would point you to, if you don't want this because of the price, I mean to say. But with all this Milestone talk, we do need to kind of refer back to Millesime Imperial. The fragrance Milestone is cloning. The reason Milestone does so well at pulling compliments, at pulling attention, is because it smells so close to this, which, surprise, also does those same things really well. Citrus, sea salt, iris. It has kind of a salted melon vibe, watermelon off the top, which is really the hallmark of Millesime Imperial, that opening. That's what so many people remember from this one. And even though it's been out for quite a while, stuff still works. This bottle here is from 2013, decade old, and it still smells absolutely fantastic. So if you're looking for a luxurious, aquatic, fruity, fresh fragrance that doesn't lean into the bubblegum side of things, Millesime Imperial, you gotta check it out. Couple left here. The next one, Dior Homme Sport. Now, this was my #1 fragrance of the year, #1 designer fragrance for spring. Citrus, pink pepper, woods. It smells like a freshened up version of Dior Homme 2020. So what does that mean? It means that this fragrance has versatility, complement factor, wearability. It's got all the T's. It's a fragrance that does such a good job at walking this tightrope between being on one side, very fresh and easy to wear, you know, kind of a gym fragrance or whatever, and then on the other side, being this more versatile, but at the same time classy, sophisticated, modern men's fragrance. It does both of those things. A lot of times when you get a jack of all trades fragrance, it's kind of that deal, jack of all trades, master of none. But this one is just kind of not fair. It does it all. At least for me, this stuff is like the type of scent that you could have in your collection during spring, and it's all you need. Last one, switching it up slightly to Ferragamo's Intense Leather. Now don't get me wrong, I'm still annoyed at Ferragamo because I want some more Uomo fragrances. And yeah, sure, Uomo ran its course or whatever. I don't care. I want all the flankers. I don't even know why, but I do. So Ferragamo comes out with this new line. Oh, it's got more classy packaging. Oh, the bottle looks better. It looks less like a child's bottle. Oh, it's more versatile. It gets more compliments. I don't care. I'm just playing, but seriously, when the new line kind of came out, the first release, I was like, ugh, okay, whatever. But then Intense Leather did take that idea of the first Ferragamo here and ramped it up. And with this name, Intense Leather, you may think to yourself, it's not gonna work during spring. I can pull that off. Intense Leather? Yeah, okay. Sounds more like something for middle of winter. Like I wanna smell like dirty cow butt. Okay. But no, this one's got apple, it has iris, it's got a little oak moss. It does have leather in there, of course, as well. But it has this very nice sweetness in the opening that carries through as it dries down. And it does have good performance, but that sweetness, that helps level everything out. And that sweetness, as I've said a million times, that's going to be one of the main things oftentimes with fragrances that does garner that positive attention. And that one does it very well. And there we have it. 10 addictive spring fragrances that women love. Spray, sniff, repeat. Or would it be spray, sniff, sleep, repeat? Spray, sniff, sleep, repeat. Eat, sleep, rave, repeat. Nobody? All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.